On April the 12th, I got into my Hummer as the pending or incoming president for the Realtor Association of Lake and Central County and drove to the association headquarters in Tavares off of State Road 19, where I parked my vehicle and got into a bus with 20 other fellow realtors to travel to Tallahassee for what is known as the Great American Realtor Days. That's basically just an event where we support local politicians. I boarded the bus at about 7 o'clock in the morning and traveled to Tallahassee, arriving there at about lunchtime. And then we all boarded the bus at about 9, 10 o'clock that evening and got home approximately 11:30 at night. A couple miles down the road, I was pulled over by police.
Police Department, this is Angela. How can I help you?
Hey, Angela. This is Michelle with the county.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I just received some information that's supposed to occur at the Realtor building on 19 tonight. Reference narcotics.
What Realtor building are we talking about?
It's the Realtor Association building on 19.
Okay.
It's 3001 State Road 19.
Uh-huh.
Is that yours?
I don't know. Let me look.
Okay. There was an anonymous complainant, so...
Yeah, it looks like it's ours.
Okay.
Okay, what's supposed to happen?
It's this is between like 11, 11:30, between 11 and midnight. So she said me possibly between 11 and 11:30 tonight. A subject by the name of Robert Morris. He's a white male, his late 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Drives a tannish color Hummer with a tag number of L Lima 53.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
L53.
6 India Yankee.
Uh-huh.
He also should have a single zero gun in the glove compartment.
Uh-huh.
Unknown if he'll be violent. Supposedly, she said there's supposedly meth or the makings of meth in the back of the Hummer.
Uh-huh.
And also possibly cocaine and paraphernalia.
And what's he going to be doing there?
I guess he's supposed to be meeting somebody there between 11 and 11:30. I don't know what the other person's vehicle or anything like that.
How does she say how she knows it?
She said all she told me, she's a concerned citizen, and this was just Title 14, just information that she wanted to pass on. I mean, she had quite a bit of information.
Okay. Okay, I'll pass it on to my officers.
But she said the meth and stuff is in the back of the Hummer.
Okay. I'll pass it on to my officers.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Warning. Okay. What was it that was found? You said a white, an off-colored
substance. All right.
Okay.
All right. Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be against the court of law. You have the right to consult an attorney now or anytime during the interview process. If you can't afford an attorney, one's going to be provided you without cost. You understand each of these rights?
Yes.
All right. Having your rights in mind, I'm going to answer some questions, and you can answer or not. That's up to you.
Okay.
All right. So for the substance in the vehicle, is that something that you ever use personally, or?
I'm not aware of the substance that you're talking about, to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay. Are you using any recreational drugs periodically?
No.
Nothing?
No, sir.
Okay.
Where was it found?
Directly under the driver's seat.
There's, I'm not the only person. As a real estate agent, I'm not the only person that drives that vehicle.
Okay. What would you be able to tell me about it, or you have no knowledge, or
No, sir. You said the only knowledge I have is what you just said.
Okay. All right. Because eventually, that type of item would be processed.
Right.
When I say processed, basically with the material that the container or bag is made out of,
right,
that can be processed for fingerprints, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So right now, I understand what you're saying to me.
Right.
But
and I think all of this just kind of makes me very nervous.
Okay.
And it's like I really don't know quite what to say. So.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind answering the questions, but I'm just kind of nervous.
Right. I understand.
Perhaps the attorney needs to answer these questions. But I mean, I don't mind answering your questions.
All right.
This has
Or
never
what
happened to
then?
me before. I'm just very nervous.
Sure, I understand that. What would you tell me, though, based on what we've already discussed? What type of explanation would I be able to take into consideration that sounds reasonable?
I have no idea, other than as a real estate agent, I'm not the only person in my car.
Okay.
I mean, other people are in my car, other people drive my car.
Okay. And that vehicle is
I've got
registered to you or the business?
It's registered to me.
To you.
Oh, yes, it is registered
All
to
right.
me. That's correct.
That being said, with you being the owner, it's within your arm span reach.
Right.
As far as the letter of the law goes,
Right.
you are in physical possession of it, okay?
No, I certainly understand that. I mean, it's in, whatever it is in my car. I mean, I understand that. Underneath the passenger seat, though, that's really...
No, under the driver's seat.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, right now, that's basically what I wanted to discuss. If you had any information about it.
I don't have any information about it, no, sir.
Okay.
Like I say, as a real estate agent, I'm not the only person in my car.
What, how frequently is that?
That what, somebody else is in my vehicle?
Right.
Well,
Well,
I mean, it depends. You know, sometimes once or twice a week I've got other people in my car showing them property. Sometimes it could be, you know, a couple of weeks that nobody's in my car.
Do you take that to the house every night?
Yes, I do take that car to the house.
Okay. Then, throwing another scenario out, if it's sometimes at the house or used with other people or other realtors, how many sets of keys you got? To your knowledge.
There's 2 sets of keys.
Okay. So obviously one with you tonight.
One is the set that's in there.
Okay.
And I'm not even sure where the other set is, to be perfectly honest with you.
Okay. All right.
Child in the house. I've got a 21-year-old daughter.
Okay.
What about the paint thinner or acetone and the funnels?
Oh, that's right. I did have funnels in there. I have purchased that for putting the oil in my car, and the acetone. I'd be curious to know what that is.
Sounds like chemicals.
Yeah, that may have been something that... The funnels were mine.
Those are the same bag as the funnels.
Yeah. I don't know. That's something that somebody else had put in my car. The funnels were mine, though.
It's in the same bag as the funnels.
Yeah.
How much is in there? And did you use any of the products yet to do an oil change?
No, nothing's been done with it. The oil change is due now. Is there a problem with acetone and funnels?
Well, based on the what we believe was found in the car, that could all be correlated. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean? And again, I don't mean to be stupid, but what does that mean?
Well, basically, the products in that bag alone are some key components for cutting like methamphetamine.
Really?
You understood when he said, now that there's other people getting here, he's not comfortable. All right?
As you can see, I was arrested. I was taken to the Lake County Jail in Tavares and booked and bailed out that same evening, arrested for cocaine possession. My Hummer was confiscated, and I subsequently retained the attorney, Michael Graves, to represent me the next day. One day I received a call from a lady named Sandy Gwynn of the Lake County Association. She's actually the bookkeeper there, and she relayed to me a very interesting story of my vehicle disappearing from the lot the day that I was in Tallahassee. I gave that information to Michael Graves, and he interviewed Miss Sandy Gwynn. Here is that interview.
It is the 13th of May. Friday the 13th is the office of Graves and Spivey. It is now about 4:30 p.m. If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to ask you to, do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. Could you state your name for me, please?
My name is Sandra Gwynn.
And how do you spell that last name?
G-W-Y as in yellow, N-N.
Just like the National League batting champion. You're here, and thank you for voluntarily coming to see me in regards to a case about Rob Morris. I think we could go back to April, about a month ago. Mm-hmm. Now, it's my understanding at that time you were employed by whom?
The Realtors Association of Lake and Sumter Counties.
That's the one out on 19?
On Highway 19 in Tavares.
That nice, pretty new building out there?
Yes, uh-huh.
And what were you doing there?
I was the comptroller.
You were the comptroller for them. You knew Mr. Morris from his involvement in that association?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Because, of course, he's a realtor.
Yes, uh-huh.
Somehow he got involved in the association.
Yes, that's the only way you could.
Were you familiar with what kind of car he drove at that time?
Yes.
And what kind of car was it?
It was a Humvee, a grayish Humvee.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that day, and you're aware from just it being Lake County and people talking that Mr. Morris ended up getting arrested on some kind of drug charge.
Yeah, one of the girls at work told me, and told me I should call him and let him know what I saw.
Okay, because you mentioned to her what you
Yes,
said.
I had mentioned before what I saw.
Now, I understand you might remember that day because that particular day was a day unusual for business out there and that there was a special activity.
Correct.
What was that special activity?
It was a Great American Realtor Day where they had a bus trip to Tallahassee.
The members?
The members, yeah.
Was Rob amongst that members that left and went to Tallahassee?
I was told he was, yes.
Did you see his vehicle there?
Yes, I did.
In the parking lot?
Yes, I parked next to it in the morning when I came into work.
You recognized it?
Yes,
parked
plus
next
it
to it?
had Morris Realty on the side of it.
That's a dead giveaway.
Uh-huh.
When you went in, was he anywhere around inside the building?
No.
Did you notice at some juncture or some point during the day that vehicle wasn't there anymore?
Yeah, I went out at lunchtime at 11:30. That's approximately when I got lunch. And his car was gone, and there was another car in its place. It was a gray convertible, and it was a Chrysler because I noticed the emblem on the front of it. And I thought it was weird, because I'm sure that he was in Tallahassee. And when I walked inside, I asked the girl, who kept the roster and everything, isn't Rob in Tallahassee? And she said, yes. And I said, well, somebody took his car. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, just go ahead. You're doing great.
All right. Yeah. So my lunch was from 11:30 to 12:30. In that period of time, that other car was there. When I left work at 5 o'clock, the Humvee was back in the same spot.
Okay, let me run through this. You go to lunch approximately 11:30. Humvee gone, Chrysler convertible in its place.
Correct.
You come back from lunch.
And the Chrysler's still there.
Still there. Did you park in the same spot next to it?
Yes, I parked in the same spot. It was still open, yeah.
A few more cars in that lot that day than normal?
Yes.
Because of the trip?
Yes, because of the bus trip. The bus left at something like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and everybody that was on it parked their car there.
And you mentioned it to a coworker?
I mentioned it to a coworker. It was weird that somebody took his car. Yeah.
And then went about your work day?
Correct.
When you left for the day at approximately 5 o'clock, the bus had still not returned from Tallahassee.
No,
They weren't scheduled to come in until some point after closing.
Right, late in the night, yeah.
So the number of vehicles purportedly for the folks on the trip were still in the parking lot.
Yeah.
When you walked out, what car was parked next to you?
The Humvee was back, and the Chrysler was gone.
Morris Realty sign on the side. You're positive it was the same truck that belonged to Mr. Morris?
I'm positive. Well, yeah, as positive as I can be.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, somebody's got a duplicate truck and decided to have Morris Realty on
Yeah,
the sign. Did anybody come in during the course of the day that you were aware of and explain, I'm taking Mr. Morris's truck, or I'm going to have a detail?
Not that I'm aware of. And I also, after I had notified, Rob what I'd seen, okay, he asked me if anybody came in that day from his office. I asked the girls at work and nobody could remember, of course that was a couple weeks later too. Okay.
Did you recognize that Chrysler?
No, I didn't recognize it.
Miss Gwynn, what's your current address if we wanted to reach you?
501 Hill Street, Eustis.
And is there a phone number we could reach you at?
Yeah, 357-4772.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. That'll end it. It is now 20 minutes of 5. Same date. Thank you very much.
So just who was this anonymous caller? Who was the person that called the day that I went to Tallahassee? To let the police department know that I was a dangerous criminal, that I had meth-making materials in my vehicle, that I had cocaine somewhere in my vehicle, that I had a gun in my vehicle, that I was supposedly meeting another person when I got back. Who was this anonymous caller?
This is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Yes, I wanted to report something.
Okay.
As a concerned citizen. And I can't tell you my name, who I am, but I don't really want to be involved. But I have a strong suspicion and knowledge that there may be hidden in a vehicle some kind of drug paraphernalia, particularly products to make meth, methamphetamine, cocaine, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I have the location of the vehicle.
Okay.
And the license plate number and everything, if you'd like that.
Okay, yeah.
I have the arrival time of the driver when they're going to be there.
Okay.
I don't know how you can help, but maybe you can look into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an address?
Yes, the address is 3001 State Road 19 in Tavares, the road that goes to Howie by 561.
Uh-huh.
It's actually not, it's past 561. It's the Realtor Association of Lake and Sumter County building. It's on the way, on the way to Howie.
Okay, it's a Realtor Association building?
Yes.
Okay, what kind of vehicle?
Past 561. It's a Hummer, like a tannish goldish color.
Hummer?
Hummer.
Okay.
License plate number is L536, the letters I and then Y. So it's L as in Larry, the number's 536, I as in ice cream, Y as in yellow.
Okay.
And the arrival time of the driver should be between probably 11:30 this evening. It's parked there waiting. And the latest would probably be midnight.
Okay, so the Hummer, the Hummer is the one that has the stuff like for the meth in it?
We believe that's hidden back in the back part of the vehicle.
Okay. Okay.
Potential cocaine, too. I don't know. Maybe not just paraphernalia, but...
Okay. All right. Well, we will pass this on. Do you have the person's name that should be driving it?
Hold on one moment.
Okay.
The driver of the vehicle will be Robert Morris, Morris.
Okay. right, we'll go ahead and let the units know in that area, and also Tavares, and that way they can be keeping an eye for them. Okay,
Yeah,
and you just wanted to say anonymous, correct?
Yeah, just a concerned citizen.
Okay. All right, we'll let them know, okay?
All right, thank you.
Do you
so
know
much.
if this person carries any weapons or anything?
Yes, they do. There's a gun in the glove compartment of the car.
Okay. Do you know if this person is violent or would become violent?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay, that's
Would
fine.
become violent, do we know? We don't know.
Is it a white male, black male?
White male.
About how old is he?
Late 40s.
Okay. All right. We'll let them know. Okay.
And we believe it's in the very back of the
Back of the Hummer.
the back of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. We'll let them know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So now what was all clear? Teresa and her best friend drove up to the association while I wasn't there, pulled her car into the spot that my car was parked in, took my car away for at least an hour, if not the entire afternoon, did God only knows what to it, searching through it, placing things in it, and then brought the car back to the association. Then it was Linda who was tasked with calling the police as an anonymous caller, a concerned citizen, and giving the very close details of the contents of my vehicle. Linda had never been in my car before. Teresa had been in the car. Teresa was an owner of the vehicle. Teresa had the second set of keys. So now it all became clear who the anonymous caller was, why I was pulled over, why I was arrested. I'll let you figure out the rest of it from there.